Just like that, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Your favorite weekend weekly Warriors wrap up. Essentially, Jump Ball Season 1, Episode 8 is back with your boy, and we are about to be obnoxious. You already see me rocking the Tupac. You already know how we're going. We are coming with that energy. If you're a Warriors fan, tune in, support. If you're not a Warriors fan, tune in and support. If you're just a Warriors hater, tune in and support. So, tune in and support. But moving on to the task at hand, let's get into it. Season 1, Episode 7. Let's look back. On April 1st, we did go up against the Memphis Grizzlies. At that time, I do believe they might have been ranked second. They were possibly third, even fourth. By then, they had slipped down to fifth. What did we do to them? Beat them 134-125 in Memphis. 2 days later, we took on the LA Lakers with the newly acquired Luka Doncic, with LeBron James, with essentially nobody injured, and we beat them 123-116 in LA. And then, on a second night of back to back after this 13-day road trip, on the 14th day, so to end the 2 weeks, we get a second night of back to back. First time in the history of Warriors that has happened. So, NBA, but let's keep it moving. What did we do to that game? 118-104 with everybody healthy after slipping in the game prior at home against Nuggets without Jokic or Murray or Brown, but with all of them healthy. Guess what? We got it done. Next one today against the second seed, the Rockets. So what did we start off with? The fifth seed, got him. Fourth seed, got him. Third seed, got him. Second seed, about to take him. Also, as the game has just finished up, like an hour or so earlier, LA just beat OKC. So we ain't ducking no smoke. Who wants to smoke? Come get it. Y'all gotta come beat us 4 out of 7 times. Especially. If y'all let Dub Nation get home court advantage, yes, Chase Center's not Oracle, but Dub Nation's still Dub Nation. And y'all, I mean, like Geno Smith just said one time, y'all wrote us off, but we never wrote back. And that has been the case. We had some, not so favorable years, not so favorable matchups, playing tournaments recently, not our standards. The roster that has been around, not up to par of the standards. And then this offseason happened. And then the beliefs started coming in. And then training camp happened. And we're like, oh, we got something here. And then the unfortunate injury to DeAnthony Melton. Hope you're recovering well, my brother. Once a warrior, always a warrior. Even if it was a small contribution, you did your thing. Yeah, just a speedy recovery for you, and can't wait to see you hoop again next year. Shout out to DeAnthony Melton. Also, shout out to everybody else in the next phase and at the trade deadline who got traded away. That includes Dennis Schroeder. Hopefully, you're having fun in Detroit. That includes Kyle Anderson. Yes, the meeting didn't go as planned, but hope you're still having fun in Miami. And most importantly, of the bunch, Mr. Andrew Wiggins, shout out to you. Without you, the 2022 ring is not possible. So shout out to you. Hope you are having a great time. The numbers you were putting up, you already got the revenge game out of the way for you. So I hope y'all have your success. Maybe we catch you guys in the finals. We will see what happens there. But, 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 oh, mind you, all of this is happening with a hurt butt for Stephen Curry. 125 points in 96 hours. Slight work. Defensive player of the year, Draymond Green. Slight work. Um, I mean, from the first half of the season to the second half of the season, the most impactful player of the year, Jimmy Butler. Also, quick shout out to all the young guys. JK, due to injuries, you still have not been able to find the perfect flow for you so far. So I hope you do. And you take over in the playoffs. Have your Wiggins type of playoff run and secure us that title. But for the guys who've been there for the most part with pretty much the whole season, let's start off with the rookie himself, Mr. Quentin Post. Straight out of the Netherlands into the Bay, and this man is shooting threes like he's been doing it his whole life. Does not matter it's the NBA stage. Does not matter he's a rookie. What matters? Stephen Curry at 2:30 in the morning, driving him all the way home, even though he doesn't need to do all that. But he's doing it anyway because guess what? That is the Golden State golden culture. But ain't nobody gonna talk on that. Tomorrow, everybody's gonna be all upon Lakers beating OKC. Well, beat your Lakers. OKC, we want all that smoke. There's other than Caruso, who's a champion, I guess. There's a singular champion in that whole organization. Like I don't. No wonder. Like you guys are an extremely talented team, but clearly you guys are missing a piece. Whether it's in the coaching behalf, whether it's in the player behalf, but you guys are clearly still missing that veteran piece that could put you guys over the top. But since y'all missing that, like I said, all the smoke. Um, Keeping it moving. Next up, we go to Phoenix on Tuesday to take on the Suns. Without KD, maybe he returns by that game. Speedy recovery to you too, KD. But should be able to handle that game based off the season that the Suns are having. If we handle our business, don't turn the ball over, we should be, able to kind of, I don't want to say coast through it, but at the same time, kind of coast through it. Especially with the performance that Bradley Beal just had last night, it should be pretty easy. Then we move on to the San Antonio Spurs. Second night of a back to back. That is going to be extremely difficult. Um, if you don't actually know of the squad and how they play, you would think, hey, it's the Spurs. You look at the record, you will say, hey, Fox is not playing. Hey, if Wemby's not there, easy win, right? Not really. Stephon Castle is playing at a extremely, extremely high level for a rookie. He's doing his thing. There's still veterans around there, like competitive veterans like a CP3 that will never lay down from a fight. That's not going to be a cakewalk on a second night of back to back. That's going to be a tough one to pull out. Then we go up into the Pacific Northwest to take on the Portland Trailblazers. While they are an extremely young team, um, they have kind of turned a corner since trade deadline. Getting Denny Advia, I think he has been one of the most underrated, most slept on wings in the NBA. That's what happens when you play for the Wizards. But at the same time, um, had let's say Milwaukee gotten him instead of Kuz, I think they would have probably been better off. But at the same time, that Kuz's championship experience again, kind of gets you to sway into him. And we see what the Bucks are. Yes, they're ascending, but that's on Giannis going on a completely historic tear. But we keep it moving. After the Blazers, we finish out this season at home against Kawhi Leonard, the Beard James Harden, Norm Powell, and Avisa Zubac. That, my folks, is going to be an extremely, extremely tough matchup. I think that's a 12:30 Pacific time kickoff, tip off, if you may. That's going to be an extremely, extremely hard matchup. It's going to have a playoff atmosphere if fans do show up. It's going to definitely have playoff intensity and play. That's going to be a close one to keep an eye on. So will the Spurs matchup. But other than that, including the matchup today against the Rockets, out of the five, we should be handling at the very minimal of three matches. Hopefully that, keeps us above the sixth seed in the West. Preferably home court advantage would be, you know, just perfection. But even without it being home court, they got to beat us 4 out of 7 times. And we are still not ducking any smoke from nobody. Like I said, DPOY, Draymond Green, uh, most improved player. I want to give it to Moses Moody because 13-0 with him in the starting lineup, 14, 15, 16-0 by now. One of the most um, undervalued players in the league right now. Pods, QP. I mean, where do we even begin? I've even brought up Buddy Hield, who's also 14 threes away from making 200 threes. Like, how many options do we have? Steve Kerr, you mastermind that nobody gives credit for. The lineups that you found, the little tweaks that you've made, the Jimmy centric lineup, the Steph centric lineups. Oh my God. Assistant coaches, invaluable. Yeah, let's go. It's, let's get it. We on this. Dub Nation, it's that time again. We back like we never left. Cause guess what? We never did. They tried to write us up, but we never wrote back. Just like that, we are almost at the apex of the season. Till next week. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll be back. Love.